pizza. I assume booze. Is that his soul hacking tool? I'm ready to soul hack. I'm already giving this too hard of a time. It is. This better not be like some DMCA song. Back. Tits. I feel like I'm gonna get spoiled. I didn't press anything, I just started doing all this. We'll see. Is that Jack Bro? I clapped when I saw Jack Bro. My throat's a little fucked today. My mouth and throat were so dry overnight. It's blown. It's cracked and blown up my voice. What the? The tongue, dude. The song's nice. The head nod, dude. Ringo's head nod. Nice. Well. I'm using a controller right now, my dudes. What the fuck? Keynote time, man. Yeah, I'm going into it not expecting Soul Hackers 1, but I am going to mention Soul Hackers 1 a lot. We'll see how it goes. I already saw this, I know I'm watching it again. What? I'm pressing buttons, dude. There you go. Jesus, I had to press a particular button. Yeah, we'll see how it is. I had thought about doing Immortality today instead. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm more interested in that right now. But I was gonna be doing the Splatoon 2 expansion. Over the next couple days as well, and this just would fit better with that. I think I like Xeno and all that, Xenoblade 3, but I feel like I should have played something truly different and cool in between. Plague Tale did not cut it, but we'll see. Anyways, yeah, my history with SMT, I've played most SMT games that aren't like ultra obscure. And I'm a very big Soul Hackers fan, SMT fan in general. Hot swap to Hylix, yeah. My least favorite SMT I can think of off the top of my head was probably Tokyo Mirage Sessions, which is made by these people, so not gonna lie, I'm going into this extremely skeptical, but I hope for good things. I mean, every piece of advertisement for this and all that's all looked very questionable, but we're playing it anyways. Settings. What do we got? Yeah, I was gonna put that in the title, but I didn't want to look like too much of a fuck on the first stream. Is left or centered? We'll just leave it default, but left sounds horrible. At least it starts at half. It's got a bunch of DLC, which I did not buy. I only downloaded the free shit. Dylan! Yo, LG, thank you very much. You son of a bitch. Thank you. Yeah, so am I supposed to be using the like hard DLC? Was that what it was? Yeah, I didn't buy any of the other shit. Alice has been really bad about really going hardcore on the day one DLC, so I got no respect for it. And use its continues via items. No continues. If you can just swap whenever, I'll just start with normal. I usually just start with normal on most games for comparison's sake, but if I can just hot swap, that'll be fine. Because SMT5 had a difficulty problem by the end, so. But I don't remember if I don't think you could switch difficulty in SMT5. I just assume that normal's the intended. Although I guess there's some stuff like East that is different. So I guess word of mouth is the most important thing, but yeah, thank you again for the sub. Sorry, my voice is a little fucked. The abstracted data, new life as a So I'm not expecting Soul Hackers, but if they at least give me good music, dude, I'll be happy. Well, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Ringo. That was weird. I said it at the same time. Not scripted.
Ion is a conscious consensus, born from the sea of information, without beginning or end. Though aeons pass, Ion is eternal. Ion denies all forms of boundaries that define the individual self. Contradiction identified. You have addressed me as Ringo, requesting immediate correction.
I am Flamma. I was created so that the will of Ion can be put into words. Words will be a contextually vital tool for your objective.
What's the word on the dub in this?
The objective of Ion is evolution. Individual existence indicates
I mean, we'll
extreme
see, but
retrogression.
we'll hear.
Finite physical manifestation classified under the above category. Requesting explanation regarding the necessity of a corporeal form.
Our causal calculations have identified an imminent sequence of events. That
sounds funny.
That these events represent a catastrophic threat to the future of humanity. Our role as a neutral observer is temporarily being suspended. Direct intervention is required to identify and intercept the cause of this threat.
Therefore, a material form is required for material intervention. I understand and accept Ringo as
Trying
the
to hold
optimal
back.
form to exit observation.
Hold me back.
As Ringo, I request that Flamma provide the calculated causal evidence to prove necessity.
It's already a really cool intro, dude.
Open your eyes, and I will show you a vision. Can you do so?
How many scenes are going to be her ass front and center? With the TMS people at the head of this. I'm guessing like half of the scenes at least. Chain hackers. Ay, my heart's exploding.
Good morning, Ringo.
Good morning, other Ringo.
Morning, Fig. So, you got born into this mess too, huh?
How are you feeling?
Like the world was just
Damn.
created 5 minutes ago.
It hasn't been that long. If we assume this world was created at the precise moment we attained sentience, that would be 12 seconds ago to be exact.
Your individual personalities appear to be functioning as intended.
Hey, Flamma? Who are we exactly?
You are constructs. Your purpose is to protect the world of humanity. More specifically, you are temporary and limited manifestations of Ion. The situation will require versatility in approach and judgment. Therefore, you have been created with personalities designed to differ from each other.
I mean, I'm not doubting Ion's grasp of cybernetics. These bodies seem state-of-the-art and even organic-ish? But I thought Ion had a policy against taking physical form. And giving us our own senses of self? I think that's a pretty obvious downgrade considering. I think listen to me.
If they created us, then they're resorting to drastic measures. I take it we're dealing with a crisis?
The world of humanity is coming to an end.
I take it that's the point of the vision you showed me.
Oh, I gotta move myself around.
Very soon, the deaths of those two humans will set apocalyptic events into motion.
So that's our mission then.
Hopefully this isn't
Directly
a horrible
intervene in
place.
the
What to
human
see.
world and prevent their deaths, thus averting the apocalypse.
Precisely. Ion's reason for existence is to acquire information and evolve. To that end, we must ensure the world is protected.
Okay, so who are these guys exactly?
One is Ichiro Honda, a renowned computer engineer and a luminary in his field. The other is a devil summoner named Arrow.
Sorry, Devil Summoner?
The necessary
He has such a
information has
goofy looking
already been
face, man.
provided to both of you, as well as abilities suited to your mission.
Damn.
And this is a... Huh. I see. So this is what Devil Summoners used to fight.
Are we to assume this mission will involve combat?
I need to shut my door. Also, is this the most boring intro to a video game ever created? I'll be right back.
Correct. Your new bodies have been adjusted for this eventuality. However, if your forms are damaged beyond our estimations,
Then we could wind up dead, as much as any human would.
correct. You are accordingly advised to exercise caution in your investigation.
Sheesh. Okay, fine. I call the Devil Summoner. Fig, you take the Engineer.
Understood. Designating Ichiro Honda as target Alpha and Arrow as target Beta. Mission status initialized.
I'm being dramatic, obviously. It's pretty dry over here.
Well, this will be Ion's first contact with the human world. Let's make sure we do this right.
Okay. Like I'm gonna forget everything about that intro in like 5 minutes. Time for Shovel Face to show himself.
Check. 1, 2, Ringo here. Currently en route to positional coordinates for target Beta. What's the situation on your end, Fig?
I was too late. Target Alpha, Dr. Ichiro Honda, has already been killed. Our murderers purged local surveillance footage too.
She got a drip.
I
Yeah.
did find a final
That
message
coat,
on the
man.
doctor's personal
Jesus.
device. It was scrambled with an advanced level of quantum cryptography, though. Beyond any human technology.
Like an LED coat, dude.
Oh almost sounds like it was meant for us instead. So what's the message behind all that encryption?
Covenant. That's all.
Covenant.
An infrequently used synonym for contract. Though there's likely a deeper meaning here escaping me. Possibly another code. I'll keep analyzing.
Sounds good.
RGB code mod.
Seriously though? Couldn't Flamma have given us
We
a
could look
code or
through the
something?
DLC right now.
This body is so inconvenient.
Pretty sure
The
it's
surveillance
like
range is
30,
tiny,
40
just
plus
as
bucks in day one DLC.
Our interference in the
With a lot of like classic demons in
Any
it
means
that they just,
possible.
I guess, started to take
Ion's
out since
mandate for the mission is maximum secrecy.
SM25. And just put into DLC instead. Which is really cool, dude.
It's safe to assume we won't be receiving any reinforcements, drone or otherwise. But your point is made. I'll look into alternatives.
Yeah, sure. Maximum secrecy. But now they've made 2 humanoid platforms.
This will be
that are
a
calling for direct
smallish stream too. I already streamed earlier today. Been sleeping in the evenings lately. After my like week of excommunication. My offline Xenoblade week. So I'll try to switch, maybe swap that around a bit, but we'll see how long I go today. Yeah, having to pay for Mara and like a bunch of other randos is just like, eh. I don't know if we can see them all right now. We could check in a bit. It was pretty disgusting last. Like Namisa's in there and shit too.
I assumed Ion's whole thing was
Just
always
like,
being
what?
an observer and nothing else. So this must be way beyond.
Ringo?
Sorry. Just started raining over here. Wow. Crazy. I can feel my skin reacting to this. It's all weird and shivery.
An understandable reaction, considering we've never experienced it before. You'll just have to get used to it.
Yeah, great. Like how we have to get used to being stuffed into these bodies. I'm like a factory-made sausage. Why bother with these human imitations? They're not exactly optimal. Our computing's just down across the board. Is this really gonna help us somehow?
Ion's findings suggested these bodies would be most appropriate for the mission. It strikes me as a form of backwards compatibility for the task at hand.
Backwards compatibility I can deal with. I'd just rather not feel like a supercomputer stuck inside a grandfather clock.
If you have complaints, please direct them to Flamma. You're not the only one struggling to adapt.
I have like nothing to say right now. There's very little happening.
Guess I won't get anything done by whining. As long as I'm stuck in this qualia prison, I might as well have some fun with it.
We're not here for fun, Ringo.
How about we cut the comms for now? I gotta focus if I want to get used to this body.
That'd be nice.
Understood. There are hostile demons and devil summoners in the area, so be careful. I'm on my way as well.
Are we gonna get devil summoners with cool
Supernatural entities of
demon
great
summoning
Their
gadgets?
existence has been tied to mankind's for ages, but even Ion doesn't know too much about them. And devil summoners, let's see.
Gotta get the
would-be
saxophone,
humans who make contracts
demon
with these
computer.
demons, using their demonic partner's powers as their own. So it looks like I've got a comp and a demon summoning program. This is all I need to fight back, huh? Seems simple enough.
Pixie.
All right, let's get this show on the road.
Alrighty. Oh, so she walks. It's like actually on the left side of your screen. But I guess when they said that, I mean, it's not that I didn't believe them, but I guess it's supposed to be stylish. I might just put her in the middle. I don't know if the style is worth it. I guess it's not a big deal.
Oh no. Don't tell me.
That was a cool 5 seconds of walking, man.
Great. So much for starting things off right.
Yeah. Shovel face is dead, man. My god.
Ringo, have you located target Beta?
Game's over.
Oh, I found him. See for yourself. Target acquired.
How horrible.
Cause of death is... well, I don't really need to spell it out, do I? Bullet to the head. One and done.
Then the end of the world is...
Right there.
Ringo? Just what are you planning to do?
I'm gonna try a soul hack. If there's any of his soul left in there, I should be able to gather him up and put his psyche back together.
I wish this was booze. Hit the split key, dude. Do I need to keep a counter of soul hacks? I guess for context, if anybody didn't play the first Soul Hackers, they never soul hack. There's no soul hacking. It's just a... there's just hacking souls, and so it's called Soul Hackers.
There's so much we don't know about soul
That's
hacking.
funny.
And it's not meant for bringing people back from the dead. There's a reason we have so many limiters on that function, Ringo. If it fails, you'll be the one who ends up paying for it.
Hey, if we're not prepared to use all the tools we're equipped with, that's just a waste, right? We
It's
don't
gonna
do
be
this
like a
right
Somnium,
now,
dude.
We can say goodbye to whatever leads we might have had. The entire world's at stake here.
AI3?
Hey, it's nice to know that you care, though. Especially seeing as we were just...
It's already a
born.
worldwide
Kinda
threat
weird,
too,
actually.
man. Awesome. Gotta get that scale big as fuck immediately.
Soul hacking will leave you completely exposed to the enemy. Can you at least wait until I'm there?
Well, there's no telling how much...
That's
ammo
crazy,
soul
where I
hackers
would just
make
prefer
once
like a
bodies
more
are full.
local threat for at least a bit.
All we know is, the sooner we do this, the better.
Understood. Just know that if you get lost in his memories, he won't be coming back. Do you understand me, Ringo? You are irreplaceable. I need you to remember that.
Thanks, Faith. But don't worry. I'll make sure both of us get through this mess. For now, I better get started. Invoking emergency override. Self-regulation suspended. Self-check
Of
process
course, they gotta
suspended.
spout off all of the little tech
Protection set to
things.
partial. Spell sequence, soul hack.
That makes it sound cooler, man.
Systems are go.
The tongue. Ringo's tongue.
Agent now sampling the target soul's wave signatures. Complete. Soul sync. Complete.
We get it, dude. She's got an ass, bro. It's not even that they put it front and center, man. She's got like fucking ultra tight short. Whatever, I'll take it, man. Can't have soul hackers too, man. I guess we could have fan service.
Process complete. Okay, let's see this soul of yours, Arrow.
Is that his name?
More. I have to go deeper. This must be a memory.
Well, this is the only world we've got. No point wasting all our time moping about it, or turning into jerks.
Hello? The cube world. Alright. Cube world with disjointed memories floating around.
You're licensed. Now you're officially an agent of Yatagarasi.
Seen that a million times.
Congratulations, Arrow. I know how hard
I've got really nothing to talk about right now. It's kind of just slowly going. I mean, I could be super negative more than I already am, but trying to hold back a bit. What's up, Outcast?
You lied to me?
Trouble in paradise, man. My friend is not my friend anymore.
It's all so clear now. I was the one who was wrong. I'm sorry.
I recognize a good few of these VAs. I can't link them to something else, I just recognize the voice.
Here we go.
Maybe give me a bit. I don't know if I recognize Ringo.
This is my soul. What are you doing here?
It sounds like
So you're aware, huh?
the Spider-Man
Did you know
guy
that
or
too?
Johnny Young Bosch, one of those.
I did.
Didn't exactly go out peacefully, did you?
Look, could you just leave me alone? I'd like to spend my final moments in
Zach
peace.
Aguilar.
So you're just gonna drown yourself in regret?
How do you know about that?
Well, I only know bits and pieces. I saw some stuff.
Oh, it's
online.
Oda, dude.
So just
Nice.
What do you regret so badly?
Now I can think about Oda every time Arrow talks, man. Sick. That's gonna be fucking cool. Cursed with that knowledge. Ringo's my least favorite Beatle. I don't, other than I guess McCartney, I don't actually know all the Beatles. Not a big Beatles guy. Why'd you have to tell me that? Ah, forbidden knowledge. So I can't really say if it's a hot take or not. I don't. Gagne from Tales of Arise. I don't hate the Beatles, but I'm not like super big Beatlesman. Oh man, Scarlet Nexus, awesome. All the good stuff. Oh, Neo. Oh, he's additional voices. Yeah, I know Ringo Starr and McCartney. I mean, I've heard of John Lennon. I've not heard of George Harrison. That's the one I don't know. I think everybody's heard all the names of the Beatles people, but I don't always like attribute them to the Beatles because a lot of them do their own thing. What else this motherfucker done, man? Genshin. A lot of Yakuza dubs. 13 Sentinels. Keitaro Miura. Oh. Keitaro's good. I didn't know that was Oda. I don't really try to think about Oda when I'm playing other games. It just kind of happens. Yeah, there's a lot of music out there. It's not my first go-to. I'm actually wake up in a cold sweat thinking about Oda. Word art. What about video games? Byleth. Not many. Keitaro. A bunch of One Punch Man shit. I think other than Fire Emblem, I mean, they kind of just do the dubbed versions of some of the English anime they dub. Or they do the dubbed game versions of those.
Who are you?
Just reminded me of
Like this?
My name is Ringo.
Spider-Man
I'm an
VA
agent
or
now.
Johnny Young Bosch for some reason. They got really similar voices. Or maybe I just haven't heard the other voices in a while.
Ion is an eternal, unchanging, ultra.
I don't know if Johnny Young Bosch even does voice work anymore.
Reaches of technology. And the situation dictates that I have to look like a person right now because, you know, reasons.
Wait, so you're not human? This has gotta be a joke, right?
Singularities typically occur outside of the public eye, but here's one right now, standing in front of you.
Right. So why are you here?
I'm here to bring you back. You're gonna help me prevent the end of the world.
The end of the world?
Very soon, your soul will disappear, and your chance at coming back will go with it. If we don't act now, the world's as good as gone. So, come on, Arrow. You gonna help me stop this or not?
Alright, so I think after 30-something minutes I can say, I think this intro is really shit. It's like ultra slow, full of just like random techno babble and just like nothing. And they could probably get all of this out there with something a bit more visual, a bit more interesting, or interspersed with gameplay. Also, I don't like that it's like world-size threat already. Like, I mean, I still could be totally fine, but I haven't really had much to say, but
A chance to get it right.
that's about it. Dialogue's a bit goofy so far, but I don't know, I just think when you go that big a scale right away, it just kind of harder to kind of get attached to the threat, right? Like, you know it's big and it's epic and the scale is large, but when it's just immediately world size, it's just like, like I don't care, but they want you to. Seems like a cheap way to try to like pretend they've got something interesting happening. I'm not saying it's bad. I mean, most SM2 games are like rewriting reality or some shit.
Welcome back.
I just mean like kind of right away having that be like a big thing in your 40-minute intro.
Hello? You good in there? Soul back where it should be?
You're... Ringo. You're an agent of Ion.
There we go. Glad that actually worked.
Did all of that really happen?
Saved Oda.
It wasn't a dream, was it?
The ramen shop
Nope,
is saved.
that definitely wasn't a dream. You got shot in the head, I used my fancy ion superpowers, and then you came back.
Even my wounds are all closed up. Did Ion's power do that too?
That's more like a side effect. With the soul restored, the body heals by reflex. Like a macro-level juiced-up homeostasis, which organic cells already do. A soul hack can draw out all kinds of weird spiritual contingency effects, and that's one of them. That said, it's a pretty drastic measure. Can't just bust it out whenever I feel like it.
I think I get it.
Whoa, you bought it that easily? You're not even a little suspicious?
Wait, so it wasn't real? Was it just an illusion or something? A demon's spell?
Oh no, it's still totally real.
Oh, of course. I mean, it felt pretty real. So, I died and now I'm back. Kinda get used to weird things in my line of work. But coming back from the dead is definitely a first. Didn't even know that was possible.
You ought to get out more.
I guess I have you to thank for this. So, thanks, Ringo.
Soul level. Is that our S-Link?
Anytime.
Okay, I'd better move. I need to get back to my mission.
Whoa, hey, Arrow? Mind if I tag along on that mission of yours? I get the feeling you and I might be on the same side.
You know how to fight?
Of course I do. Wouldn't be bragging about saving the world if I couldn't.
Well, sure.
Just like that again. No questions asked, huh?
Don't have time for questions. Besides, after what happened back there, I guess I just know I can trust you. With how bad this mission's gone, I'm not in a position to turn down help anyway. So I'll follow my instincts. Doesn't matter if you're a robot.
Robot's kind of reductive.
Well, Ringo, whatever you are, I'm glad you're on my side. For the record, I'm Arrow, a devil summoner with Yatagarasu.
Yatagarasu, huh?
A supranationalist group based in Japan. They work behind the scenes to protect civilians from supernatural threats. Most of our operatives are devil summoners, like me. We summon and command demons to help us fight. That's why I was here. Yatagarasu had me on a mission to protect a woman named Milady.
Which you totally botched and got your skull ventilated. Say no more. So now we just look around this area for Milady?
Yeah, that's the idea. Come on, this way.
Milady. Milady.
Okay, Fig. Mr. Beta's secure and back on his feet. For now, I'll be working with him to rendezvous with a human named Milady.
Noted. I'm glad to hear it. I'm on my way.
Well, at least we're not on the fast track to the apocalypse now. Hopefully.
Christ, man. Good God, Jesus. Anything like over here? Can't open the menu yet. Ringo's legs get wet. That's cool, dude. Can't even open the menu, can I? Oh, you did? Nice. How far in are you? Not very far, or? Oh, that's totally fine. I mean, yeah. A very dry intro. Exposition at the wazoo. Pretty much just standing in place. I walked 5 feet, got another cutscene, but maybe it's just got a rough intro. Kicks up from here. Two chapters in. Yeah, cool. Yeah, it's a good time overall. I don't dislike it.
What the? Arrow? I thought Kaburagi killed you. Did we get bad intel?
Yeah, the first shot's got really good pace and tension. I don't remember where all the chapters cut off and stuff, but I just remember the routes.
Damn it.
Who's this? Friend of yours?
He's a devil summoner from the Phantom Society. They're after Millie.
Oh, so a bad guy.
How's the music been? I actually don't remember the double soundtrack very well. I don't have it.
You ever fought a summoner before?
Nope.
Then you'd better stay back.
Don't worry, I catch on fast. Just watch my back, okay, tough guy?
Oh, the smirk, man.
Is that?
Demon summoning program. Booting up.
Booting up.
Weapons free.
Jesus. All of these, like, demon summoning program, booting up, weapons free,
No more screw
soul
ups.
hack,
This time you're gonna
level
stay
6, all that fucking, like, not even call it shooty. Shonen bullshit. Cheesy as fuck, man.
Okay, first battle. Come on, Arrow.
Yeah, it changes up a little bit, but it's not like ultra drastic. The first round just has really good pace and
What's
atmosphere.
the problem?
I can't summon my demons. What's going on?
Can't squirm out of this one.
Should have got a guitar,
Looks
demon
like Arrow's
comp,
demon
dude.
control privileges got transferred to my comp. I get it. Probably a side effect of the soul hack.
What?
Sorry. Kinda figuring this out on the fly, but I optimized your summoning program.
You what?
I'll show you how it's done.
Everything feels so stilted, man. I don't know if it's the animations or the dialogue or what. Alright, gameplay time. Everything's changing now. During this party, during the battle menu will be displayed. Take various action by pressing the corresponding buttons. Pressing it up and skills and choose the boorish man.
We can't afford to lose. Let's roll. No way to tell. Thunder! Thought so. How was that?
No way. Do you use a demon's power to attack?
You can do it too, you know. Give it a try.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to expand on that too much, so that you're not getting like expectations or spoilers too much. I mean, I'm sure we already done that in the past, but yeah, we're definitely not all like the first route. Now, I'll be curious to hear your thoughts on that second round. Yeah, I mean, they definitely change in focus. They're not all identical to like the second route, but they kind of all do something a little different. Maybe not as good as the first route. But there's still good stuff there. It's not like it's not like a Chaos Child where it's like the best route and then everything else really sucks or feels really shit. It's just kind of first one's just really strong. You don't want the Ishtar route, dude. Doggo? What kind of doggo is it again? You can equip demons to them by spending MP. Allies can use skills of any demon they have equipped to their comp. I didn't hate Route B. It's my least favorite route, but I don't think it's like just completely horrid. I think Chaos Child has bigger issues if we're talking about games with strong first routes and shitty other routes. Yeah, it's not a suffering thing. It's suffering like a fucking Silvercase reporter shit. No, that's more kind of suffering, right? Yeah. Gotcha. Poodles are cool. My cousin's poodle.
Let me see.
That guy's face, man.
Might as well test. Don't know till you try.
That
Might as well
fucker
test
looks goofy as shit.
Let's give it a try. See where you stand.
So we fight demons, but we don't actually like use demons on the field. Yeah, it's been a long time since I played Ever 17, but pretty much, other than the end of each route and the final route, most everything is like ultra boring. Very little going on.
What? What's a Sabbath?
Damn, I'm getting tired already. What the fuck?
It's super fun. It's super strong. It's about everything.
I didn't sleep very well last night.
What the hell's going on?
Just sit back and enjoy the show. Too late for regrets now.
Yeah, see, I don't even remember the differences, dude. I just remember them fucking playing kick the can and eating chicken sandwiches in that hallway for like, I feel like 2/3 of the VN. And I think people forget those parts too much because of the strong ending and end of each route. And the general like high concept kind of like setting and twists and shit. And it's like, man, the meat of Ever 17 is pretty weak, man. That's why I kind of give it shit sometimes. Striking enemies weakness, your demons will be summoned to stand by for a concerted attack. Stacks. Yeah, I still have it rated higher up there. It's not like super high, but I do think it is saved by its other stuff, but there's VNs out there that have good, you know, whole stories and good, like, high concept end type of shit, so. It's hard to give it too much props in the grand scheme of things, but yeah, for its time, no doubt. I mean, I got no qualms about it being super influential. I mean, it deserves to be as big of a, I don't know if you call it historical VN. It's one that like a lot of people talk about, or at least have read, if you're like kind of dug into VNs. Yeah, Never Seven's like an extreme version of Ever 17. Really cool ending. Absolutely horrible everything else. Uruchi Koshi only came on and wrote that last part in Never 7, right? That's why there's such a big contrast. At least I thought that was the case. Ooh, excuse me, man. I'm like yawning like crazy. I feel like I actually should have just went to bed, man. Good God. I don't know what's up, man. Is this juice, man? Like what? Shit putting me to sleep.
That was a Sabbath? That's insane. I didn't even know my demons could do that.
Yeah, I think I remember 11's aged. I mean, it doesn't have any like bad kind of aging to it. Like forced romance, kind of, you know, VN tropes or cliches. Yeah, it's a timeless story, really. Like stuff like, you know, maybe has some age because it's kind of the trendsetter when it comes to routes and, you know, timeline kind of jumps and all that kind of shit, right? Route jumps, I mean. So like it has age with mechanics and kind of like focus on like, you know, like girl romance kind of shit. But like Remember 11 doesn't really go for any like tropey VN stuff. It kind of just does its own deal. Ugh. I mean, Remember 11's problems are not really something I'd call age problems. It just has problems with not having really the whole story. It gets by purely on the journey because that's all there is, man.
Ringo?
I can't help but wonder about that demon summoning just now. I think the reason you weren't able to summon anything on your own is because of the soul hack.
Oh, schmackers. Not bad, those. Things I think are genius because I'm insane. Like the lack of closure. I mean, there's enough closure with like supplementary stuff and like some of the bad endings and shit, I guess, but I don't know. But I wouldn't call it a plus. I still think Remember 11's really good, but...
Huh?
Simply put, your soul was altered, and it looks like a piece of each of our souls were more or less welded together. It may be because of a difference in our ability.
Holy Jesus.
No matter which way you look at it, I've got control over your demons now.
And there's nothing you can do about that?
Not at the moment, no. There's a lot about soul hacking even I don't understand.
Yeah, Sam, and I mean, I can respect that. That's why I Remember 11's still like, I think I have like a 9 or something, right? That's why it's still so good to me, is there is enough stuff to still uncover on that journey to give you like extra answers and stuff. It just feels like the momentum of the story and a lot of the reveals and kind of where it cuts off is like, it's, I mean, it's, no matter how you sugarcoat it, it's a cliffhanger ending. And I doubt that was the original intent, right? So I don't think it destroys it, but I mean, it could have went from like an amazing game to like some unholy god game, right? How was Rat Game? Sadly mediocre. I think the art direction was amazing. It was really great. The usage of light, how dense each area was, the colors. It's just super immersive. There's so much variety in visuals and scale, and it was just really good for a company that only made fucking like Ratatouille and like Cars and like Toy Story games before that. It's really impressive, but I don't know. I couldn't connect emotionally with any of the characters or the story. At the halfway point, it really just kind of turns into generic, evil bad man is evil and goofy superpower shit, and I think a lot of the VA and dialogue and how many characters there are without enough time for you to really to dig into them kind of hurts it. They go for more sappy, contrived situations to kind of get you emotional, and I don't know, a lot of that cheap kind of emotional pulls just don't hit me, man. The biggest problem though is the gameplay. It's really bad. Ultra linear, very little room to what's the word I'm looking for? I'm super tired. Get creative. There's not really like a sandbox feel to it. It's like one puzzle, one solution stealth, and anytime there's action it just feels horrible. The feedback's bad, everything's really slow, there's not a good variety of tools to use, and the levels are like I said, ultra linear, and it's not very fun at all. But the game is still like 2/3 gameplay, so I mean if they had less gameplay, or if they improved the levels and the tools and how smart the AI was, it'd be one thing. It feels like they're aping The Last of Us, but like did the gameplay worse. It's kind of how it felt. I think it's worth playing, but it depends on how much you're into art, like the art, how the creators make like a world, and if you're the kind of like soaks in vistas and details in games, then you'll like it. I think it's worth playing for that before it leaves Game Pass. But if you're looking for fun stealth and engaging story, unless your standards are like different than mine, I mean, I can't recommend it on that front. Sorry, that was a big answer to a possibly small question. With the story that it is, I think the ending fits perfectly, and it would suck if you just had some monologue everything to you, but I understand why everyone feels that way. Could have been something very different, yeah. No, I wouldn't want just like a monologue exposition. I just felt like there was more that was about to happen, right? And I mean, I guess since they were done with that part of the setting and stuff, thing is they were just kind of like introing some characters, and those characters were going to do some things, and I don't mind having some of the answers to like why it was happening hidden away. I think that's rewarding if you want to dig into it, but it felt like there was like immediate things that were going to happen in Remember 11, and then you get cut off, right? Ambiguity and like reading into stuff to figure it out is fine, but yeah, I think it was a little too stark of a just cut off. I don't know, I still have it as like a 9 though. I mean, I like it a lot. I think it's one of the better paced, one of the better atmospheric mysteries, man. Really good. I mean, for Plague Tale, and I was talking about Plague Tale. We're jumping between Remember 11 and Plague Tale here. I'm talking about Remember 11 with Sam and Plague Tale is Ride List. With Plague Tale, I mean, it's very brain off in how easy and one track it is. It is pretty much just like I want to call it a walking sim. It has a fair amount of gameplay, but it's all very simple. But it just gets kind of boring. I wish it had less gameplay, if anything. I don't know. I think most people really like it. I think it's alright, and I could recommend it as like an art game. I mean, you can give it a go. It took like, what, 10, 12 hours?
For the time being, you'll just have to settle for some ion-enhanced summoning.
That's true. And on top of that, we'll be able to use more powerful techniques like Sabbaths. The pluses do seem to outweigh the minuses here. Guess I'll just have to get used to it.
Looks like you're stuck with me till the end. I've gotta ask though, why'd that guy call you a traitor earlier?
I was on a mission for Yatagarasu, and I wound up going undercover within the Phantom Society. They had no idea I was a double agent. But I had to protect Milady. So just like that, my cover was blown.
The Phantom Society. That summoner we just beat was one of theirs?
Yeah, and they're Yatagarasu's sworn enemy. The Phantom Society is a secret organization of devil summoners, just like Yatagarasu. Where we differ, however, is our intentions. They want one thing.
Is his face
See
morphing
this
into
world
Oda
destroyed.
You mean,
in your mind
Exactly.
here?
The end of the world you were talking about is almost definitely linked to the Phantom
He's gonna
Society.
start talking about her
So
ass.
starting to come together here in a pretty big way. Safe to say, we can count
his
Ion's
Twitter
appearance
accounts.
as part of all that.
sounds like we better hurry then. Enemy up ahead.
This is where I might want the camera directly behind her. Because, you know, depth and angles and shit. More pathetic sounding. Well, I mean, the guy's already been shot in the head and killed, so I guess he's kind of pathetic. I think I actually got a little emotionally involved in Oda's route by the end. A familial shit like that kind of hits me. Family shit. I was like, I was there a little bit, but Oda's a piece of shit. So, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely no, it's not a perfect route, that's for sure. I wouldn't even call it good, but I do remember being a bit more involved in that than I expected. That's why I kind of gave 2 shit, right? It's like I managed to still like feel like I was involved in 1 so many more times, despite those routes still being kind of bad as well. Still playing XT3, cool. Yeah, I had 180 hours, but I also played it offline, which I almost never do. So I was ultra slow because I was writing a lot of stuff and getting a lot of notes and guidelines and kind of catching up on stuff. So, but I think I probably would have still, if I played it at my normal stream pace, imagine I had 140, 150. It's a long game. I think I did just about everything. Hopefully you enjoy it. I thought it was pretty cool. I think the first one's still my favorite. But... oh, where do you put it next to the other? My tier list, I think right now would be 1, 2. I don't know what I feel. 3 then X probably, but 3 and X are really close. I don't know. It's actually hard to say. It's been a bit since 2. I kind of like forget a lot of it. For me, it's like 1 is like a lot better, and then the others are kind of like in there. Like I think X's story is like really bad, but the skull shit and the mech stuff is really cool. But I'm not as big into a lot of the side stuff. And then like 2's got a like really bad VA at times and a pretty like aggressively anime story that's kind of eh. But like I just found myself a bit more engaged in it at times. 3 has a really shit story, man. I would say. Yeah, I don't know. See, 3 has good exploration. So here's the problem. Is in a vacuum, I would probably put 3 under 1. But for the 4th game in the series, I expected a lot more. It's not as... I mean, I was not wowed by a lot of the imagery. The exploration's not really even changed much since 1, despite X trying to do a lot of shit. I think it's kind of like an AI2 thing where I'm like, it really should be better than it is. I still like it. I think it's good. But like, I don't know. I think the combat has a shitload of like balance issues and stuff. I mean, I think 2 had more depth and was more interesting there. And I mean, 1's, I remember not disliking at the time. I don't know. Yeah, it's weird putting 2 above much of anything, but I don't know. I got a chip on my shoulder with 3 at times. Despite doing like everything in it. It's a good time. I like the exploration, but that was another problem I had. Is like the exploration tends to just be that kind of like, I don't want to call it surface level, but kind of focused on just rewards more than like truly finding cool stuff and having that kind of like that feeling of like adventure as much. Like I was more interested in just like, oh, there's a chest, oh, there's a boss. And I feel like there's a lot of games like your Breath of the Wild and Elden Rings and stuff and your Outer Wilds that kind of like are pushing these like deeper, more interesting feelings. So to kind of just be like, hey, it's Xenoblade 1 again with better side content and shittier art direction and a worse story. I don't know. I don't know. I kind of, maybe I just was feeling like it should be more ambitious. Not that it's a bad game. That's my reasoning. It's been too long since I played 2. I never played Torna either, so I can't really rate that. I'm playing Haiku the Robot. Haiku the Robot. Robot flavored Hollow Knight. Uni's the boss. Uni's one of the better, the schmexier characters at least. I liked Lands. He was pretty cool at times. I think his VA and some of his animations are pretty good. I got into some of that. Yeah, I don't know. I've seen the like Torna story and stuff or recaps. But I don't know. I just couldn't. I didn't really want to buy Torna. I was like, I didn't like 2's story enough to really want to do a prequel to it. Yeah. That's good, Outcast. Yeah. I mean, I think it's, I like it. I mean, I like 3. I just have a laundry list of shit that I don't like about it. And a lot of it's more because of ambition. Like the gameplay issues are a bit more just kind of like balance, and it's more issues because of how long the game is. The combat should be a little stronger. I think the only thing I could outright say is that I think is bad is the story. Not everybody's gonna agree there. I think I'm a lot harder on stories these days. Yeah, I got used to the fucking the voice acting in 3. They have a lot of different accents. A lot of times, some of the accents can get a little goofy, the slang, and take you out of it, but some of it's endearing. Yeah, I don't know much about Haiku the Robot. I don't think I've actually heard of it. Maybe I've seen it in some kind of news event. Should I put myself on the other side? I think so. Yeah, sorry, hopefully I'm not like raining on your playthrough or anything. Outcast. That's I mean, I do think it's a solid game. I had fun with it. But, yeah. When we start talking tier lists, I kind of have to expand on it a little bit. I mean, I can't go into detail. I don't want to spoil anything, but yeah. I did stream the last day of playing that game though, so if you really want like a deep dive, I go into it a bit, but or I got like a fucking 10-20 pages of notes here. We really want to go into it, but I wrote a fucking lot of notes off stream. Trying some new things with notes and how I approach, I guess, some of the talking, critiquing shit though. I want to start watching back the commentary too. Try to be a bit more critical of myself. But yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say. All I can say for sure is I like 1 better than all of them. I think a lot of it's music. I think the music's the strongest out of all of them. The art direction's the best. And while the combat, you could argue, is probably not the best out of all of them, I think the rest of it's like acceptable enough that it outweighs a lot of the issues from the other ones. Yeah, I guess I don't have as strong of like a tier list on that as I'd like to have, but... Oh, it's gone. Speaking of news events, the rumor Nintendo Direct supposed to be next week. Hopefully. I mean, I'd like to hear what they got coming. You guys want like straight on back camera or left camera? What would you prefer? I guess this is less stylish.
Hey, Ringo. Be a bit of a waste to you.
Oh, you mean they can be used for other things?
Yeah, recon. You can send them.
Who has the most ass? Yeah, that's pretty much it, right?
Fight, you can just call them right back.
Oh, then how about we give it a try?
You'd imagine straight from the back would be the most. But who knows, man. We appreciate the booty a bit from an angle. I don't think she has much ass. She just has like a fucking painted on pair of shorts, man. Good enough. Your demons will perform demon recon. Your scout demons can be found around the map. They might introduce other demons they've met or hand over any items they found in exploration. Okay.
Nice! Bye-bye!
Alright, we did it. No, yeah. It's that like straight. It's got like the straight bangs or cuts on her hair, whatever if I want to call it, angles. And green, I suppose. And I guess skin tight outfits. I guess most ass is probably this, right? Go straight from the back. My own words, discussion and review. My own words. Oh yeah. No, I won't be like watching back my own shit on stream. I mean, I guess I could if people wanted to roast me, but figured like maybe for a game I'd actually want to watch commentary on a bit. Or rewatch my commentary. I'd try to write some shit down, be more critical. I really want to work on like having more examples, ideas for like fixes for things instead of just bitching about them. Be a bit more concise, but also be able to go into like a detailed conversation, which is where a lot of the notes would come in. And with Plague Tale, I added like a core takeaways kind of section of the notes, kind of like a finale thing or like a starting thing, like the things I think are the most important thing to take away from the game. Because I mean, you could get lost in the drivel, the mediocre bullshit, but like at the end of the day, a lot of stuff just doesn't matter. So don't know. And then just be more critical of myself. I need to research like actual game design more though.
Yes!
I mean, I try to watch a lot of different people and like try to learn stuff, but I mean, I'm short of making your own game. I mean, a lot of that's kind of hard, but I do what I can instead of just play the game. But I don't want to get too lost in just critiquing games. I still want to play it and talk and have a good time, right? It's a balance. That's why I want to practice. How soulless hackers? We've been talking about other shit for most of it. I mean, so far, you know, even though I've been streaming for an hour and 20, I've probably only been playing it for about 50 minutes. But those 50 are extremely slow. I think we've walked about 20 feet in the last 50 minutes. It's mostly just yapping, exposition, white rooms, soul hacking into somebody's memories and like, you know, disjointed cube memory, you know, areas, and then tutorials, cutscenes. It's a lot of like 5 steps and then a cutscene kind of thing.
Well,
The scale's already worldwide. There's already a lot of cheesy bullshit, like her spouting off a bunch of like computer programming her code, or you know, I'm executing this thing and that thing. A lot of kind of like cheesy shonen shooting stuff. So I don't like a lot of that.
let me have it.
But it's too early to really say much. Very boring intro, for sure though.
I'll do what I can.
A lot of yapping that I think could probably be told more visually or just as we go. Like the very beginning is like literally just 30 minutes in a white room of them just talking. It's probably one of the worst intros I've seen in a while. Come here, ally. Have you been playing it at all, Fasto? Or do you even care about this? Summoners. Yeah. I don't want to go in just hating it. I mean, obviously I already have a chip on my shoulder because of my like for soul hackers and my dislike for TMS. Or not dislike, but kind of lukewarm feelings on TMS. So, trying to hold back a bit, but I also don't want to just like not say anything just because I'm afraid of being like overly critical, something I already have a bias against. But I really do think this intro sucks. The music seems like it's okay, but we've only heard a couple songs. Weakness stack. Mystique. They can be obtained as downloadable content. You get any costumes that aren't DLC? I doubt it. How bad the DLC is in this already? Probably not. Okay. Plus 6 HP, strength.
Best of luck.
Dia. Zon.
Nice to meet you.
I feel like I'd rather have that.
I'll do what I can.
This dude's face, man. He looks like a shovel, dude. Looks goofy as fuck. So you just equip a single demon? Even you swap in combat? So you essentially use demons as like equipment, but the equipment also has spells and weaknesses attached to it. Torment has a lot of weaknesses, dude. Do I even want to use that thing?
Let's knock him out.
Probably not, dude. I don't know, man. SMT having more than like Adding weaknesses onto yourself is always a mistake. So. Shaman's Mark. Yeah, we won't be doing a shitload today, but try to do some materials. We have some crafting.
Let's go all out. Too slow.
It's our dude, man.
Watch out for the new enemy.
Fine. I'll get serious. No way to tell. How's this?
Let's keep up the fight. Okay.
Don't know how I feel about the UI on the left.
I hope this works. Here goes. Nice.
Where it's kind of like at an angle. I mean, I guess it's different. It's stylish in a way. But also is kind of not the easiest to read.
Time to kick it off.
Won't matter after a bit, but what is assist? Oh, it's just like a help me.
Try it out. That might be dangerous right now.
You know what to do.
I'll try and do you proud. Eat this!
Wow. Over already? Yeah.
Dodge gunfire.
All right. How about that?
I wonder if they remodeled any of these or if they're just kind of like SMT5 models or P5 models with like a different filter on them or something.
Hey. Bye-bye.
Awesome. Later.
Thanks, dude. Yeah, we got a really big range. I think I like the Persona one, man. Persona 3 and 4, where it's like you have barely any range. Your weapon actually made a difference, like spears and stuff.
Yeah.
That should do the trick. That should go for it, Ringo.
Good plan, Arrow.
Good plan, Arrow.
Nice going. Let's go. You are no match for me.
Too late for regrets now.
So does this stack happen after every single turn that you do a weakness? That's a hell of an animation, man. I guess you can skip it though. Which I'm sure we'll be doing. This power. The power to soul hack. Yeah, they literally said soul hack already a couple times. She soul hacked him to bring him back to life. So I mean, I guess that happened.
Later.
Let me save, dude. Okay, you can change it. Don't want too much distance. And you don't got any ass, but might be a little close when we're like doing the behind the back camera angle.
Have you found Melody yet? Wait, Arrow? But how?
No time for small fry. Let's push on through.
Right.
We're fighting for our own. Let's roll.
I feel like the music's kind of quiet. And the voices are like almost twice as loud.
That's one way to go about it, but
No data.
Thunder! What was that for?
we'll take them down. With this power, I hope this one. Let's give it a try. Silent as snowfall.
Out of my way.
So no push turn or anything, it's stacks.
Charge!
I already forgot what they called it. The mechanic. Where they build stacks and then execute.
Eat this! How's that?
We'll see how that kind of pans out. It depends on how many party members we get and if there's going to be like these combos you can kind of keep doing. I mean, I don't want as many combos as like TMS. That was like ridiculous. You'd be fucking just auto attacking with 10,000 combos for like a minute attack. But it could be cool. I doubt we got the full combat system right now, so not super complicated, but I don't know. I don't know how you could really. I mean, at the end of the day, all it is it just makes your weakness exploit attacks kind of like stronger. You could like pretend that like your attack just does double damage. Essentially, I mean it's not really like that crazy. So I assume it's gonna change a little bit as we go.
Looks like it'll work. Let's stay cautious.
Or maybe the more you stack up, like exponentially increases the damage.
I know we can do
Okay.
this. I won't stop you, but
Eat this!
no way. Wow, over already?
I guess you might just have to like predict without being able to actually like tell on the first hit how much damage your attacks are gonna do that way. There's a lot of different demons.
Thanks!
Okay. We only got 3 right
So
now.
both Phantom and Yatagarasu are after this Melody person. But just who the heck is she? It's all you guys talk about.
Melody is a devil summoner from the Phantom Society. However, they've marked her as a traitor.
And what about you? You must have some reason to protect her, hmm? You gonna tell me?
Well,
It's fine. I'm sure I'll figure it out sooner or later. Let's keep moving.
I guess we should swap around. I only have, like I said, 1 or 2 demons. So. A lot of tutorials, man.
I know we can win this.
You can use electricity,
should
but
do it.
not. Nice. Guess we'll do that. Might as well keep Fairy in there for the heal. Can't say I really want to like not have a heal. Yeah, hopefully we get some interesting locations and cool kind of like not globe romping but city romping. I mean that was a cool thing about Soul Hackers 1 that could be in this regardless of how much they actually want it to be like Soul Hackers 1. Are we back to MP physical? I mean as long as you gain physical or MP from normal shit that's fine. That's quite a bit.
They're going down. Okay.
I guess.
Here goes.
We'll see. That was one of the problems I had with TMS was you kind of just are on the strip the whole time, and then you just kind of go into like the dreamy Shadow Realms or whatever. Hopefully there's a nice mix of like reality and I would like to see some virtual reality type of locations too, but not expecting much. Hey, thank you, Sid. Thanks, Bob.
Too easy.
Not as a letdown.
How you doing today?
Well, awesome.
I don't know how often we're gonna get like feels the environment, but I guess often enough if they have the heart. Let's go back. Holiday? Yeah, we got Labor Day out here. Conan Exiles, though. The only thing I know about that game, other than the Conan shit, is that there's a lot of penis. It's cool, you know. What kind of update? I didn't know it was still actively updated. I don't know what the player base is like.
Melody!
I'm guessing we found the fucked mic. We couldn't get a second take on that shit, man. That fucking just blew my eardrums out. Oda making my ears bleed. So there's no way to pause, but you can just open the log, which is odd. Works for me. Sorcery, changing how buildings work, doing a co-op run on a PvE server. Oh, okay. I didn't know how much PvE there was.
We need a change of plan.
Yo, man! Yo, Arrow's here. Except, you ain't no ghost. Alright. Am I tripping, man?
Yeah. Melody. The Milady.
If they cut your mic, stay off the stage, man.
I don't know where I was expecting, but it wasn't this clown. Who's he?
Everything just feels off in this right now, man. The atmosphere.
Yo, they call me Rob Soldier, R to the yes. It ain't hyperbole, cause I can kill on the beat, representing the Phantom Society.
Milady.
Okay.
We need a soul hacker, man.
That's it. That's the Covenant.
No way.
Whoa, whoa! Step off, homie. Phantom's gonna need all those covenants. Only way we can rain some hell down on the whole world. We're going live. Your boy RS, he's at the head of the pack. The posers come at me and they don't come back. I drop that bass like an earthquake.
Jesus Christ.
You made your last mistake. Let's go.
Compare this to fucking Saxophone Man, dude. Or if this is supposed to be a goofy guy, what about Guitar Guy, man? Want the guitar comp? The good old days, man.
Careful, Ringo. That swagger's not a front. He's tough.
That swagger. Is that his comp? Knuckles? I mean, I guess that's cute.
They call me RS 'cause I'm a dope MC.
Creative comps was fun in Soul Hackers.
So let's make this body count. 1, 2, 3.
I'm feeling zero hip hop from this guy, dude.
Fine, I'll get serious.
I don't think I have a heal.
Can't afford to lose.
And you can't switch, so
Fine, I'll get no way to
You know.
That might be dangerous.
Uh-huh.
I'm just gonna have to blow asses.
Smart choice, okay.
Oh no, he has a heal.
I hope this works.
Careful.
I doubt lightning works on that guy. We could try it, but
Too late for regrets now. Charge!
flip flop, yeah, not hip hop. Oh, did AoE damage? Okay. You can do strategize a bit there, and you can get an AoE off of a single target.
They're strong. It looks like it'll work. Give him hell.
Yeah, we might have to crank the difficulty. We'll see.
This ought to do it. Shred 'em! You know the drill. Don't be a hero. How's this gonna go?
Right now we just have it on normal. You have to download very hard. But depending on how much I even like the game's combat, I will decide if we crank it up and just how easy it is. From what I understand, it's supposed to be like hyper easy. Weren't the journos complaining about how easy it is, and you don't see that often, so we'll see. I like to start all these on normal though. I always assume normal's intended, and I've enjoyed playing on that for almost every SMT game I've played. Fine doing like hard modes from start, if that's the right way to do it, but just starting on normal.
Nice going with this power.
There's too many dog shit, like higher difficulties. So I've played some games that just like, it'll just like invalidate certain strategies because of like certain difficulties, or Wolfenstein the Old Blood is a good example. Instead of doing like more flowing kind of like combat, you just sit and do like pot shots. So it's like, it's one of those things I like to play it safe at the start and then crank it.
Here goes.
It's a hard thing, 'cause you never know, right? I mean, very hard might be the best choice from start here, and it might be horrible. We'll see. Luckily you can change it. It's when you can't change it that it really sucks.
Got the skills for the kills 'cause they're genuine.
Like SMT5, you couldn't drop it, right?
Stop the landmine.
Or you could only drop it, you couldn't raise it.
You're the punchline.
It sucked.
Keep that rhythm. Check it.
We can't afford to lose. Yeah.
Why is the music so fucking quiet, dude?
We're lacking intel on this one.
Uh-huh.
Shred 'em! Right on target.
Great job. Let me see. Now's the time. That's better.
Too late for regrets now.
I mean, a lot of SMT games just don't even have a difficulty selection, at least a lot of the old ones. It's Soul Hackers? I don't remember.
So what?
I mean, that's my preferred. Just one fucking just difficulty they intend. It's really clean. Not that I hate difficulties. Just kind of a personal preference.
They're strong.
Not over
Looks
yet.
like it'll work. Whack.
Scatter! Good hit.
Great job, Ringo. Let me see.
A great job, Ringo.
Using the backup.
Thanks. Out of my way. Rush him!
Shit! It ain't over yet.
We can't afford to lose. Fine.
That
I'll
should
get
do the trick.
serious.
Whack.
What are some games you guys have played with like horrible hard modes? There's a lot of shooters I can think of, like the old CODs and stuff.
This might take a while.
Where you absolutely like would never want to play those.
Here goes.
Like COD 4, like World of War or something. Those were really bad for a first playthrough. Trying to think of some RPGs though. East is a good one. That's a good one to like crank it up a couple notches.
Gotta be.
Skyrim.
Spitting gold balls.
That was pretty bad.
You're talking.
What did Skyrim do on harder difficulties? Yeah, I don't like difficulties that are just damage sponges.
Reaper.
I mean, it can be good in certain games, right? Like a JRPG, maybe it's a little better, but something like Skyrim that has a bit more action to it, you'd almost rather just have more enemies, right? Because then it affects like feedback, right? Like if you shoot somebody in the head a million times, then you know, it's a little bit more rewarding to like shoot. Like in an FPS, it's like you wouldn't want a meat shield because it feels better just to shoot something and it goes down. So I always like more enemies. I mean, it's fun sometimes, but can just make shit take way too long, which isn't really more fun or difficult. Yeah, Skyrim. I don't remember. I don't remember if I played Skyrim on hard. Probably not. Not really the focus of the game for me. My Skyrim playthrough was stealth archery, which was really fun. And if enemies took like way more damage, I'd probably be less interested. I liked just rolling through, just constantly rolling at max speed, headshotting shit. I just kind of played it as like a crazy FPS. So damage sponge would affect my enjoyment, but that's just my particular playthrough. But I tend to like stealth in general, so. I switched to stealth daggers after a bit, once I maxed archery, but I had more fun with archery. Yeah, I've not done many magic playthroughs in any of those. In Morrowind I did archery. Obviously you can't stealth for shit in that. In Oblivion I did stealth archery, which is... you can kinda do it. Legendary, okay.
I'm no Reaper, but I can send you to hell. So face the music, RS, and take the L.
Cool dialogue, dude. We're gonna remember that guy forever, man.
That's crazy. Thanks.
There's really good ones, like most action games I like to play on the hardest difficulties, or at least replay. Like Bayonetta, it gets better every...
Damn it. He had backup.
Gets better the harder it gets.
Fig!
When we do Bayonetta 3 later this year,
Ringo,
we'll do a normal run and then crank it to max, so... Any new Elder Scrolls style game? Did you play Outer Worlds, Katie? Yeah. I think I've called it the most mediocre game ever created. No, wait. I called Beyond Two Souls that. Outer Worlds is pretty much right there with it, though. It's painfully mediocre.
it's going into me?
The Covenant's
Disliked the writing.
joining with you.
The adventure shit wasn't that good. Jumping planets, just I don't know. They weren't distinct enough, added like the art direction. There's all just haha, corporations are bad jokes. I just I've already forgot almost all the plot. Yeah, I didn't like it.
Then,
Very
at least
boring.
it was the point of Dr. Onda's message.
I'll play the second one, I guess.
Fig?
The shooting sucked.
Fig? Are you alright?
Yeah, like that fucking goofy slow-mo used all the time, and that was like pretty much the only depth to the mechanic.
I'm not detecting any abnormalities at the moment. Light just feels a bit hot, though. How strange.
Is Fig evil now?
So, you're a friend then?
That's right. I'm Fig. I'm an agent of Ion, just like Ringo.
Pleased to meet you, Fig. Are there a lot of your kind out there?
Did you play Raylos?
There are only two like us. Ringo and I have the unique
Or are
ability
you looking
to directly
to
intervene
maybe
in
try it
human
out?
affairs.
Getting some word.
Just to confirm, Fig. Are we too late to save Melody through normal means?
Yes. By the time I arrived, she was already...
Yeesh. 2 soul hacks this quick, huh? Who'd have thought?
Ringo? You can't mean...
Are you going to bring Melody back? Like you did with me?
Your chest. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if you're really just dying for a Fallout or Elder Scrolls type of thing, it might kind of scratch an itch, but the scale, the feeling of adventure, and just the quality of the content's just not as good. Neither are the RPG mechanics. But it is them trying to kind of do New Vegas again, just really poorly. I mean, it is Obsidian. It is clearly trying to ape those kinds of things. But yeah, I don't think it even holds a candle. But if you're just looking for that itch, I mean, I've recommended it on that kind of notion before.
Think about it this way. We know Arrow's death is somehow related to the end of the world. Arrow was trying to protect Melody. But what if we assume the trigger is not Arrow's death, but his...
It's not very long either. I 100%ed it in like 20-30 hours or some shit, I think. I'd have to double check, but...
I can't authorize this. We don't even know if there were any consequences from the last soul hack.
It'll be fine. I think I've got the hang of it.
I'm going to soul hack.
Here. This is just to be safe. We need to be thorough, and that means cutting this thing off at every turn. And not only that, but I agreed to help Arrow protect Melody. So that's what I'm gonna do.
Understood. I'll keep watch. Can I ask you to do the same, Arrow?
Right.
Protection set to partial. Spell sequence, soul hack. Systems are go.
Wow, dude, this is so high tech and cool. There's neons and lines and tech everywhere. Her fucking jacket's fucking got fucking LEDs in it. It's not just like they're really trying to sell you on how high tech everything is, but it comes across as like super generic. Nice frame rate, dude. I'm waiting for the crash. Always on Xbox One. I don't hate her look. I don't like it for soul hackers, but I think she looks fine overall. I just gotta stop thinking about this as a soul hackers game. It's way over the top. I mean, I guess there's over the top shit in soul hackers, but I think it's more how she talks and the kind of chuny shit they're pulling more than anything, more than it is her design. Just kind of in the moment with all the tech flying around, you kind of, the jacket stands out more.
Let's destroy it together.
Oh man. It just kind of looks ugly, right? I mean, these whole soul hack sections, they just look like shit. like how many games have had this fucking like, oh, here's a memory just sitting in the middle of nowhere with like a bunch of cubes and
such beauty.
A bunch of glitchy shit going on. This looks fucking goofy.
Just like him.
I doubt we're gonna do this that often, but or maybe we will. And if it saves their life every time, I'd imagine we're not gonna have like somebody die every 2 minutes.
Sure, you're the main squeeze of the man in the mask, but you're endable, expendable, so hope you brought a casket. Oof, zip, talk about a fall. RS has got you, but you're back against the wall.
Oh, the rapper guy. Yeah, the rapper guy's kind of whatever, man.
No, I can't die here. Not until I know the truth.
Yeah, he's not very good. He's just like reading off a rap, pretty much.
A lot easier the second time around.
And you are?
Relax, lady. You don't have to glare like that. My name's Ringo. I'm an agent of Ion. I'm a super intelligent being born from the sea of information, and I'm here to stop the apocalypse.
And what does this super intelligent being want with a dead woman?
Well, Melody, how about I show you? Just come with me, and we'll go back.
I'm dead, you simpleton. There's no going back. Why are you even here anyway?
I'm gonna save the world.
That's more than the world deserves.
Okay, guess it's gonna take a little more than that. So that's it. This is where you die, and you're okay with that?
I hate games that have auto with voice and they have a 3-second pause in between each line because that's super unnatural. I always feel like I need to manually take control on these kinds. Some of them are really good. They'll have a flowing conversation when you hit auto, and then the actual auto without voices will just then have the pause. It's always shit when they just like play it out and then there's a 3-second pause. Because it makes everything just feel super slow and stilted.
Take my hand, Melody, and you can survive. You'll get one more chance to make things right.
I'm assuming control. God damn. Fucking fade to white, dude. Awesome.
Hey, she's back! I guess it's true. Ion really is something else.
Oh god, excuse me. I'm like wiped to do. fall asleep, dude. Random ass music? Cool. It's like her theme or something.
So Ion is a non-human being born from a bunch of information, and you're like a splinter of it. That much I get. That also explains how I'm back from the dead. What I don't understand is why you're here.
Wait, Melody! We're not with Phantom. We're here to protect you.
Thanks, Oda.
What are you talking about?
Right, so, I'm actually with Yatagarasu. My being with Phantom was all an act. These...
Yatagarasu? Then you're still my enemy.
I heard a stop and then I pressed it.
Only if you're still a summoner for Phantom. They're after you too, aren't they? Doesn't seem like either of us is in the best spot.
Could you even go back to the Phantom Society at this point, Melody? I think it'd be kind of hard.
What's your point?
I'm saying we can help you. And it's not like we're asking you to spill your soul, so why not hear what we have to say? If your only concern is what you'll get out of it, that's fine.
Yeah,
if you
there's...
decide to act alone, a little more info couldn't hurt, right?
I'm just tired. Maybe I'll rest in a bit too. Enjoy your rest.
I suppose I'll take you up on your offer. For now.
Then, it looks like Melody's safe and sound.
I'd like to get into the meat of this before I stop.
Sure took a lot of effort, though.
Now then, we'll want to go over everything we've learned so far. That should help us get a better
I think a lot of
understanding
why
the
I'm
situation.
tired is that it's just been ultra boring so far.
There's still way too much we don't know. Like about covenants and how you two factor into all of this. For now, we should get out of here. This place is dangerous. But where should we go?
If you need a place, I've got a safe house I've been using. We should be free to talk there.
Thank you, Arrow. Let's hurry then.
Back to the entrance. Portal. This game gonna have the same shitty side quest as TMS. Where you just kinda like warp around the dungeon that you've been in already. I think I stopped doing those in TMS after a bit. They were super dull. City map. Ooh, city looks cool, or the map does, right? Are we gonna get a run around the city at all? Or? Very cool safe house, dude. Except not really. Time for some nice slow moments with the gang. Ringo's ass is on a sofa. This is
Not really what I
great.
expected, but it's not bad.
Glad you like it. Fig, Milady, feel free to make yourselves at home, too.
Thank you for everything, Arrow.
Okay, let's get right into it. Arrow, you were trying to save Melody because of that light form thing, right?
Guess there's no point in hiding it now, is there? Yeah.
The Covenant came out of Melody and then went into me.
Of course. It's because I died.
I get that these Covenant things are important somehow, but I'm only just now starting to wrap my head around it. Can you tell me more about them? You two are devil summoners after all.
Alright. This is my understanding of it. Covenants are like a big source of energy, and they've been passed down from soul to soul for generations. Supposedly, these Covenant holders wield great power.
What kind of power?
Well, simply put, possessing a covenant awakens the holder's latent abilities. In some cases, it can even spark, well, evolution.
Has anybody seen or played that Immortality game yet? Like I said, that was gonna be today's game before I decided we were just gonna start this. But I figured since I'll be working on doing the Octoling expansion for Splatoon 2 while we're doing this, which I think that's only like a 10-hour thing. Probably didn't want to start another game before Splatoon 3.
They say there's a total of 5
But it seems cool. It's another Sam Barlow one, so her story and telling lies and shit.
only go as far as the individual could take them.
I've heard it's maybe a little too easy, but it's supposed to still be pretty neat. It's just like watching like 3 movies. I think that'll be a chill one to maybe do. A little mystery.
Now, if someone were to possess all 5, then that'd be something else entirely.
5 covenants. Demogorgons.
You could what?
You could call forth what's known as the Great One, a being prophesied to bring ultimate destruction to the world as we know it.
like how almost all the dialogue so far, it's all gigantic exposition dumps just sitting around. Oh yes, the 5 MacGuffins and the world-ending threat of the Great One. Just while we're just sitting here blabbering. A hyper-intelligent AI from space. Yada yada. The Covenant.
Summoning this Great One is Phantom's top priority.
Like you couldn't deliver the story more dry. If you tried, man.
Please. You don't really need me to confirm that, do you, Mr. Double Agent? If the holder dies, the Covenant gets passed on to someone else. As a result, there's almost
I mean, it'd be
always
fine
some
if
sort
they
of
like
conflict
spread it out
surrounding
over
it.
time, but
What a
it's like
surprise.
really front-loaded. The world-ending threats, all that shit, right away.
I see now. So when Milady died, the Covenant found a new owner in Fig.
These covenants and this world-ending Great One you mentioned. I believe these may be the seeds that make Ion's
sprites look
prediction
pretty good,
come
though.
true.
Gotta be. Considering we're trying to stop the end of the world, the Phantom Society's shaping up to be a pretty big obstacle.
Agreed. And now that we know their intentions, we must protect this covenant inside of me at all costs.
That's going to be a problem for me.
Forget it, Milady. Our summoning abilities are changed. We don't have control over our demons. Ringo does. We think it might be due to the soul hack.
Excuse me? No one told me about this.
Don't look at me.
+2. Oh, you pick. You want a +2.
You can still summon through me, however. Do you think you can make do with that?
I'd rather you just give me my summoning abilities back along with my Covenant. Can you do that?
Not right away, no. You owe me for bringing me back to life. Just think of this as a little collateral for the time being.
Well, it's not a terribly good deal for me, is it? Way I see it, I'm basically your slave.
Yes.
You don't mince words. I like that. Still, I'm afraid I can't back down that easily.
What exactly is the Covenant to you, Milady?
I don't think I need to explain why the Phantom Society needs summoners, do I?
Right. So you're after the end of the world too, huh?
Hey, Ringo. Mind if I ask you something?
Sure. What's up?
Ion aren't human, right? So why was the Covenant passed on to Fig? What are you, really?
We agents of Ion are highly intelligent beings born from a sea of information. By installing an ego into a simulated human body, the foundation is laid for a soul to develop alongside it.
So a machine can have a soul?
Is that so strange? Your bodies are practically machines too, albeit fleshy ones.
Even for our kind, there is still a lot about the soul that remains unknown. Like where they come from, or what they truly are. We're no experts either, but the self-evident truth is, should one accurately recreate a human body and provide it with a means of control, then a soul will naturally take root.
In other words, It's not just this mechanical shell, or rather, this body at play. It's a complex chain of different physiological reactions that shape the soul.
Yeah, I didn't get any of that.
Okay, then we're supercomputers trapped inside grandfather clocks.
In even plainer terms, our origins may be different, but we are more or less the same as humans.
The trade-off is, in this form we can't operate at Ion's full power, nor do we have access to massive amounts of data like we used to. Ah, I see. I guess that's why they said this form was the most ideal for our mission. Can't really soul hack if you don't have a soul yourself, can you?
Oh, that's right, Ringo. I meant to tell you earlier.
Soul
but I'm making a
hack.
discovery. It's about Target Alpha, Ichiro Honda.
It's just hard to give a shit about the story when it's like so far been just raw exposition. Like, we're not really like invested in anything. They're just kind of like laying out groundwork for like an hour and a half.
If I remember right, that's the famous computer engineer. What
So
about?
there's not a whole lot to say. Maybe I'm too tired or something. I don't know.
Fig was acting separately from me at the time. She was trying to protect Onda just as I was trying to protect you, Arrow.
The mission was a failure, but I managed to restore the surveillance camera footage. I found a video of what happened in the 24th Ward Municipal Tower.
And?
He was killed by someone named Iron Mask.
I mean, it's not like I hate like reading or something. I just read VNs all the time, but something to be said about pace and like locations and how concise it is, or how, you know, when they reveal some of this stuff. Like, I mean, I don't think anybody's ever been like, man, I just love when characters stand in a room for an hour and just dump exposition at the beginning of the game.
Did you say Iron Mask? The leader of Project C finally makes his move.
I mean, I guess if the dialogue is good enough, it'd be fine. I don't know. So I guess there's other problems too.
It was him.
So, you know him. Or well, I guess you would, seeing as you two are together.
You are?
He called himself Iron Mask. Are you absolutely certain?
Together, or just like they work together.
Let's take a look at the footage. Outputting video.
I guess it's cool we're not playing a bunch of teenagers. Or they're all 18 when we check their bios.
Impressive. I can't imagine how many security measures were in your way. You're no mere trespasser.
Ichiro Honda, I presume. The greatest computer engineer of our time. It's a pleasure.
And you are?
I am the leader of Project C. You may call me Iron Mask.
A bit on the nose. Was Black Suit taken? Or are you a prisoner broken free? Well, it's fine. You're welcome to celebrate with me, Masked Man. So is your little wallflower.
It's complete. A system to shatter the status quo, with a perfect name to shake the very foundation of academia. The Omni System. Glorious, isn't it? Can't you feel its power?
But now it's finished, and I'm done with it. If you're a thief, then go ahead and take it.
You've designed a masterpiece, Doctor. The Omni System will uplift mankind to new heights. Alas, I'm afraid your part in our grand pageant ends here. We want something quite different from you.
I should have known. If you don't want my creation, then you must be after me. Well, what dwells within me? You want the Covenant.
Ah, you're already aware.
You do know I'm a genius.
Teleports behind you.
Say, masked man.
Impressions for the first couple hours? Really fucking boring. It's pretty much been talking for an hour and a half. We took a bunch of breaks to talk about other shit, but it's just kind of really dry exposition in like a couple locations. Not much atmosphere or anything yet. I've done like 3 or 4 fights. It's interesting. I can't really say on the combat how it's going to be. It seems pretty simple, but we'll find out. Yeah, so far, I mean, it's just pretty much non-stop exposition. And I don't think the dialogue's super engaging. We'll see. It's still obviously super early.
Call it a parting gift from a genius. No one can control the future. Iron Mask.
At least I have a future.
Got him. Quite a bit to eat, my friend.
Goodbye, Ichiro Anda. Your covenant served you well, but it will serve me far better.
Yeah, so far it just feels kind of slow and generic, I guess. Doesn't really have
So
like
that's
a
it. Ichiro Anda was
really
a
tight atmosphere premise yet. But we'll see as it goes. Damn, 113, what the? Cooking alive. That's pretty hardcore.
And we got a good look at Iron Mask. Plus, whatever that freaky, murdery guy was.
The guy that tore out Anda's covenant, you mean?
Strength like that definitely isn't human. Maybe it's some new species of bear or something? Melody, you were on Iron Mask's team. Know anything about that?
Not really. All I know is he called that thing Zenon. He also referred to it as a vessel for the Covenants.
A vessel for the Covenants, huh?
It seems he lacked the power to fend off their attack.
Say, Milady, if you and Iron Mask are an item, why is he after you?
Ringo, what would you say to working together? You help me meet with Iron Mask.
What's in it for me?
I'll help you prevent this end of the world or whatever you've been going on about. And I'll give you all of the Covenant holders' names. Deal?
You sure? I thought you wanted the world to end.
Some things take priority.
All right then, Melody. It's a deal.
Rather quick to trust, aren't you?
Yeah, it's supposed to cool down pretty hard. I think in a week or
this.
two out here.
Now,
It's already
that's
gotten a
all
lot
I
better,
need.
so.
Speaking of which,
I do not wish I was you right now.
It's not like
My
I don't
AC
have
can't even
senses.
handle over 90 without
Alright
getting
then.
super hot.
It's settled. Let's all just try to get along from here on out.
113 and we might as well not even have it on.
You call that getting along? Arrow, did you do something to her?
No, at least, I don't think so.
Oh, really? Yatagarasu never did anything to interfere with the Phantom Society's plans?
Well, that's nothing new. Phantom and
Barely above
Yatagarasu
55. Yeah,
at
that
each
sounds
other's
awesome.
throats for forever.
I'd love
I
to
hate
turn
it
off
when
the
humans
AC.
act like this. Hey, Melody. Maybe try to look at Arrow as his own person, rather than as a member of Yatagarasu.
I suppose I can do that.
On to the main topic. Melody, if you could go over the Covenant holders for us.
Right. These are the 5 people the Phantom Society had marked as Covenant holders. First is Iron Mask, leader of the Covenant Recovery Project, or Project C. He's a Covenant holder as well.
The Covenant Recovery Project.
How is the Phantom Society able to identify these individuals?
Oh,
A Covenant
65.
holder can detect another
Big.
simply by looking at them. A quick glance in their direction is all it takes. Coupling that with the organization's power, the Phantom Society has been able to
Did you win your
Covenant
billiards
holders for a long
games?
time. Up next, we have Ichiro Onda, our late computer engineer. He held a Covenant, but had no summoning ability. Going off the security footage we just saw, his Covenant is currently being held by that man, Zenon.
This means Iron Mask is in possession of at least 2 Covenants at this time.
The third Covenant holder is a Devil Summoner, Mangetsu Kuzunoha. I imagine a certain someone here knows a lot more about him than I do, though.
He's one of Yatagarasu's top Devil Summoners, and one of the key players in protecting this country.
There you have it. The fourth is a man named Saizo, who operates out of Karakacho. He's a freelance summoner who's had dealings with both Yatagarasu and the Phantom Society. And lastly, our 5th Covenant holder was me, though that's clearly not the case anymore.
That's the one I currently have.
So many of them have switched owners in such a short time. It's kind of hard to follow. Hang on a sec. Does that mean
I mean, I
Iron
imagine
Mask
by
is
the
targeting
end,
those 2 Covenant
somebody's
holders
gonna
at
get all
once?
5 at once, and we're gonna have to fight the Great One. Pretty rare you get a story where all the MacGuffins don't come together to summon the Ancient Evil. It's almost always the case. We'll see. Usually just beat it back even if it's supposed to be impossible.
If that's true, then the others could be in danger too. Melody, any idea where Saizo might be?
Word is, he's typically hanging around Bar Hydron about this time. It's over on Shinsando Street.
Then that's where we gotta go. You coming, Fig?
I'll wait here for everyone. If worst comes to worst, we can't allow our enemies to obtain any more Covenants.
She's just gonna stay here
That
alone.
said, you'll need an operator of sorts to appraise the situation. So allow me to play that role from the back end.
Roger. We'll let you handle things here then.
Alrighty. Like how DLC's just right there, dude. So fucking trashy, man. They even put it in the tutorial. Nice DLC. I love DLC. Maybe, yeah, that's what it sounds like. Huh? I imagine she'll just be able to give us random info we shouldn't have access to or some shit, right? On.
I know we can win this.
With this power,
Yep, I kept the classic. El Clásico. Oh, do I want to do more? It's pretty fucking boring so far. I feel like I already need a break. Maybe it's just because I'm already near the end of my day, but if we want to go hard on it tomorrow or jump into some more right now. I mean, if you do, I'm definitely jump off. I mean, I'll probably just jump off anyways. Chill for a few minutes. Maybe take a nap or fall asleep. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm sure this picks up, but I mean, I already streamed today earlier, so. I've pretty much barely done anything, but no, I shouldn't. Yeah, I got you. I think I'm gonna stop for now. I think I might hit the hay like a little early or something. Maybe we'll start a little Splatoon tonight, and then we'll continue Soul Hackers after. I think I'm just kind of like not in the right mood on it right now. I think it's been so dull at this point that anything after this, I'm just gonna have a kind of a nasty twist on it kind of feel. Nice one. So I think coming back fresh mind, a little less tired, probably be for the best. So. Anywho, catch you guys later. Thank you very much for hanging out and chatting. Apologize, I'm just like non-stop shitting on this, but it really has been pretty dry. And not just the chip on my shoulder about Soul Hackers. It's been really dry. So say it's justified. All right. Catch you guys later. We'll be back on tomorrow for longer stream. Won't be splitting it up. I'll just probably do like one, right, straight up Splatoon and